Yay!
Yeah. Welcome back.
Right, it's always like a little delay, and you're like, "Doosh, here we are. How you doing?" All right, so we're live. Look at that; it didn't go off. No technical difficulty.
Don't count your chickens.
All right, right on. All right, so here we are, episode 8.
Yeah, 2 months in.
Episode 8. Yeah, we're getting there. It's I'm Cody. It's Chunk, my brother in arms, and we're just two dudes. Watch some wrestling, go to some indies, and we talk about it, right?
Yeah.
So here we are. I'm excited to see this crate deal next week, right? Next week,
yeah,
right?
Next week it should be here.
All right. So
actually, I think it comes in the mail on Monday.
Okay.
So I'll have it at my house for 4 days before I can open it.
Right. So and you're not opening it. You're gonna wait till Friday on the show.
All
right, cool.
We're all gonna see what's in it together.
Well, that's awesome. I like that. That's a good idea. And I ordered something. It's not a crate deal, but I ordered something. I don't know when it's gonna come, but I'm not gonna say it to anybody what it is, because once it comes, we'll open it up and do it. It's pretty cool. I'm excited about that one.
All right. Well, I'll be surprised.
Right. Yeah. So that should be here in a couple weeks, and I'm crossing my fingers for that. But I'm not gonna, like I said, I ain't gonna tell anybody. So with that, we're talking about collections already. So we might as well go right into. We're gonna do this new thing. We talked about it. Whether it be we're unboxing some, loot crate deal thing or something we might have ordered or whatever it may be. We asked some people out there if they had something they wanted to talk about or wanted us to talk about, right, or maybe something that would spark a conversation. And so we had 2 people. We had one Hollywood, good old Hollywood out there. I'm sure he'll be along here shortly, but
yeah, I'm surprised he's not here yet.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
He's usually in waiting.
Right. So let me see here. I got to remember how to do this right quick. There we go. Screen share. All right. So what I'm going to do is, there we go. Ta-da. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come on over here, and you're going to see the screen. There we go. So you see that there? That's Hollywood himself, right there.
Yeah, man.
In Hollywood there, he's got looks like the $1 million belt, Ted DiBiase, and the what do they call it?
The Wind Eagle.
The Wind Eagle championship belt.
That's my favorite belt.
He said he only paid what, $65 for that $1 million belt, man. That's cheap.
If I ever find a deal like that, I will jump all over it.
Right, definitely. But so that's awesome. So that's the first one we had. And then the second one was sent in by one Danny Beals.
What is that little thing?
Right on. Okay, and so it's a little different, right? It's not
a little bit.
It's not something you would.
What does that have to do with wrestling?
So a while back, Animal.
Yeah, I know him.
Animal came to Port Huron and did a show. Well, he didn't wrestle, but he was doing autographs and all that stuff. And Danny had to take him home. We had to take him to the airport, actually. And that fell off his
off the shoulder pads.
Off the shoulder pads.
Wow.
And he messaged him and asked him if he wanted it back, and I guess he told him to keep it. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's
not
something.
Only do you have something that you can talk about, you also got a 2-hour ride with the man,
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Right. All right. So now let's go back to here. Where are we at now?
We're not hey, I know that guy.
We're back. So there we've seen those 2 things. And I have my the old Big Gold, but it's the WWE issued version. And I got a steal on that one. It's actually the plates need some work.
Yeah, I was gonna say you need to get a nameplate.
Well, there's that, and it's the plastic gems. It's missing the plastic gem, and there's some parts where it's somewhere over here, and then it needs to be replated. But it is what it is. It's cool to me.
You own it.
Right, exactly.
I don't have one.
Yeah, but I definitely I have a lot of stuff, and if we were to sit here and talk about all the wrestling, all the stuff on the wall, anything that I got back there, all the Goldberg stuff, we'd be here for a while.
Please don't talk about Goldberg.
I'll talk about Goldberg all I want. There ain't nothing you can do about it.
Oh
man. So don't forget, guys, the live chat's open. You guys can talk, say whatever you want. You can yell at us, tell us we're stupid, ugly, whatever. He's pretty much ugly. I know that.
Whoa.
So
that's a pot and kettle thing.
Right, yeah, it is. Okay, so there we are now. But those were really cool. I really thank everybody for sharing those with us. If any of you out there have something that you think might spark a conversation, because like I said, and you got collection stuff, all kinds of stuff. I got all kinds of stuff in here. Hey, what's up there, Mr. William? And we talked about this belt tonight because of the Hollywoods, and maybe we'll talk about some other stuff. I got a Sting autograph up there. I got some other stuff, AJ stuff. There's AJ's there too. But we'll talk about other things too. But we're gonna get into some news. We call this all the rage on Rasslin Rage here. But so I don't know what happened, but apparently Wrestle Circus canceled their show on tomorrow.
That upsets me.
And I have no idea why, and nobody knows. There's nothing being released.
Nothing at all.
Nothing. I mean, unless you're one of the talents that were booked, or somebody that's on the end with the people that own Wrestle Circus. Because I've scoured the internet to find even something on a dirt sheet that would say something, and I don't see nothing.
Yeah, we probably won't ever find out.
There you go. Danny Beals is here. Did you see where we showed your little spike, man? Did you see it? You didn't get here quick enough. That's probably what it is.
What does that say? Goldberg does what?
Oh, shut up. Anyways, so I'm not sure what's up with Wrestle Circus. I don't know.
That really upsets me. I was looking forward to that show.
Well, and when they posted on their Twitter to say that they canceled the show, they basically said, we appreciate, what is that? Where their privacy, leave respect their privacy type stuff. So whatever it is, what it is. And did you see this?
I did see this. I was very excited about this.
See, and you really like Lucha Underground, don't you? Okay, so Lucha Underground, and now it's the 4th season. And it was Johnny Mundo who cut a promo for it.
Who else better?
Or Johnny Impact, or whatever they're calling him this week.
Right.
And so I was really surprised to see Mundo. And what the rumor is now, and it's not even a rumor now, is that they're laxing their contractual restrictions on their talent, because before, if you were on Lucha Underground, you couldn't be on TV.
Yeah, you couldn't go to Ring of Honor.
No, and so now they can, and that's why you're going to see Johnny Impact and Johnny Mundo.
Yeah,
so that's going to be.
I can't wait.
I wonder if that's going to result in a lot more crossing with Impact and Lucha Underground.
That's what I'm thinking, and I
mean, you're not going to see it with WWE. It's not going to happen.
No, but I don't think so either. Which, I mean, to me, that is best. Or
even ROH,
I don't know. Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor does it with New Japan.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that's really cool. I think if we start to see that big mix, I think that could do a lot for wrestling.
Oh, yeah, it'll spice everything up.
A lot of us that are just kind of tired of the product anymore, the WWE product anyways. And I mean, there's a lot of us that are. I mean, but we still watch.
Oh, yeah.
We still watch. I watch because, we do this thing.
Oh, I watch.
Hollywood, he says. Not even Lucha Underground can help Impact.
That hurts.
I know.
He really loves Impact.
I know he does. Good old Hollywood there. But anyways, so there's that. I'm not really into the cinematic side of the Lucha Underground. Like, I'd rather just watch the wrestling. You know what I mean?
Wrestling.
But
you're a wrestling guy. Huh?
Yeah.
I like it all.
Right.
I mean, the wrestling is what makes me watch. But the cinematic part is real fun, If they do it right. Lucha does it really well.
Well, it's really, they put a lot of money into the production.
Yeah, they put a lot into it, and the WWE could learn a few things if they watch Lucha.
I can agree with that. I mean, there's an aspect of it that is appealing, you know. However, sometimes it's too much. It's just like somebody like Enzo getting in the ring and talking for 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It gets. Come on, guys, let's go. Let's go.
If it wasn't a 55-minute show, I probably wouldn't be so upset about it. Right. But when he talks for 20% of the show, kind of makes me not
Andrew's
interested.
Here now too. He wants to talk some dirt.
All right, let's talk dirt. What do you got?
What you got, Dirt?
What would you like to talk about?
While he's typing, we'll go on and talk about. So it's being reported by multiple sources.
A lot of sources.
That so Matt Hardy, you know, the broken gimmick, it was a big deal.
It was
huge. Because Impact Anthem sent out the cease and desist when they went to ROH to go against the Young Bucks. Well, now, so he applied for a trademark back in May. It was denied. Apparently, he had to file more paperwork.
Right.
He is now filing again. I think the official date was December 19th, and it'll officially be on the books. And once that happens, anybody that is opposed has 30 days to file with it.
Yep.
And then if they don't, it's his.
Right.
Now, that's if nobody opposes. And so it could be by January we start seeing the broken gimmick.
Now, what are the odds that Vince is backing this?
Come on. Why wouldn't he?
You know how Vince is with things that aren't his idea.
Yeah, but if Vince gets a piece,
yeah, that's true.
You know, the broken
He's all
brilliance.
about the money.
Because even still today, people are still delete.
Yeah.
Ooh, holy smokes.
Oh, yeah. I did hear about that.
So talk about it.
Well, all I heard was Billy Corgan is bought the NWA. And he's basically just selling off parts.
Well, I thought are they taking membership to the NWA?
I'm not really sure. I didn't read too far into it.
Yeah, you hear that thing? It's going nuts, ain't it? It's over there on the charger. I'm good. Anyways.
I didn't read too much into it. I didn't see how it was that important, really.
Well, Andrew thinks it's important.
Well, of course he does. I mean, when was the last time NWA was relevant in anything?
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Before WCW.
Right.
So, I mean, that was 25 years ago or better.
I haven't even. Well, I did see NWA on a poster a while back, but it wasn't anything. It wasn't because it was a member of the NWA. It was because somebody that had wrestled for NWA. You know,
right?
Well, thank you. Like that. Many
I didn't
years.
know that the NWA champion was on Hollywood Wrestling not long ago.
Where is Hollywood Wrestling on him? See now you're schooling me.
Yeah, you're teaching us stuff.
You're teaching me some things.
This is why we like the live chat thing. You guys can help us help you.
Interesting. But okay, Fabe, stay tuned because we were because you see all this stuff, but we showed some other people's stuff. And we're going to continue to do that. So if you got something you want us to show off in a future episode, send us a message, man. We'll put it up on the show. But and we talked about the big gold here and stuff too. So I believe Billy Corgan can revitalize the founding oldest name, but think it sucks to simply dismantle the membership. Is foolish. I like he has 20-year plan, which most business don't have. That's coming from Andrew. That's a big deal in my book. But
I'll have to do a little more investigating into it. Thank you I did read it, but thank you for bringing it to light what he was doing. And I again, I didn't really read into it because I didn't think it was that important to anybody.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I really didn't. But obviously, it's important to promoters.
Right.
You know?
Oh,
so,
yeah. Well, and that's what Andrew is. He's a promoter,
right.
So.
And I mean,
this one I got used. This is a kid's belt just for display purposes only. I was actually going to have when I went.
That's not true.
What?
He dresses up like
Goldberg.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
He dresses up like Goldberg and runs around the house.
This one, but
on.
this wouldn't be the correct title then. All right.
Yeah, well,
anyways, I was actually going to have AJ Styles sign this when I went and met him. But what happened is there was a guy at where the show was selling the figures, So,
oh, right.
So I bought one of those and had him sign that, and then
Right.
got the 8x10 as well. So I just decided to put it up on the wall as decorative, Yeah, I showed it. Hollywood.
Showed Hollywood.
Yeah, we showed your belts, man. We talked about a little bit. You guys are late to the party. See, that's the problem.
Yeah, we were very surprised that you were late.
Yeah. Yep. Heck yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on here. We got some more news, and we could be here all night, right?
Yeah,
all these guys, they got all the good info.
Talking and
so, what was it? Yesterday, WWE confirmed Ric Flair is going to be at Starrcade. When is that? November 25th in Greensboro, North Carolina, which doesn't surprise me.
No, yeah, that's home.
Yeah, right,
That's
exactly.
home.
And let's see here. So they also announced Jinder Mahal will be going against AJ Styles in the main event.
Dustin Rhodes and Dash Wilder?
Yeah.
What is that?
Shinsuke Nakamura and Baron Corbin.
Your buddy Baron. Oh, man, you love that guy.
Guy's boring, man.
And then a tag team fatal four-way with the New Day.
Right.
KO and Sami Zayn. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin.
Right.
And, of course, the Usos, who are the tag team champions. And I love their gimmick that they're doing right now.
Who, the Usos?
I do. They're amazing.
I don't know. I just don't find them. I guess they are more entertaining on the mic than they are in the ring for me.
Well, I like them both.
Right.
You know, I think they got the whole package. I really do. And the whole twin thing works with me. You know what I mean? When was the last time you saw two twins that wrestled?
It's true. What's up? Usos can suck it.
Oh, suck it. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Hollywood.
Oh, that's great.
Don't hate the Usos.
Johnny M. Okay, so
they're better than the Islanders. That's all I got to say.
And then, so big news, New Japan, everybody in America, like most of the people in the United States that are wrestling fans are eating up New Japan.
Of course.
Whether it be something that's going on in New Japan, like the Power Struggle. What was the one before that? I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but then they had the G1 in the United States as well. And the G1 did so well. It sold out, and I think it was like 2 hours. They said it was. It sold out 2 hours. They did so well. New Japan's coming back to the United States March 25th, 2018 in Long Beach at the Walter Pyramid. There's that pyramid over there. We should. We should too. Andrew, you got to get the pyramid.
What are you
We got to
doing?
do a wrestling show in the pyramid, dude. Anyways.
The bar.
Anyways. Like the donuts guy. Oh, geez. Anyways, so they're doing another one, and I believe that I can only speculate that this is, going to be just as successful as G1 was. But G1 sold out in 2 hours. I'm pretty sure this one's
probably going to go a lot faster.
Yeah, it's 2 days before my birthday. Let's see here, and then
tell Sarah to get on her.
I'm not going to Long Beach.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm good. But the success, I would think, is because people in the United States are crazy something different than WWE.
Yeah.
The indies are going. Indies are doing all right. Some of them, not all of them. Don't get me wrong. There are the ones that are falling through the cracks.
Yeah.
But, there are some pretty successful. You got Wrestle Circus is doing pretty well. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Are they?
Well, I think that's true, but I don't know.
You don't know where that's at. You know what I mean?
Right. So, Evolve does all right.
Evolve, yeah.
Right. Chunk equals ratings.
Hey, all right.
Yeah. You two got a thing for each other.
Someone knows what they're talking about, Cody. I see who got the brains in the
family. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, so then it's been reported that James Ellsworth has been released.
I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm a little upset. I loved his character.
I'm not like,
but I couldn't do it.
Right. I'm not really like upset about it, but at the same time, I have respect for him because
definitely.
He did a lot of things that guys haven't done. There's guys out there still scratching and clawing.
Oh yeah,
trying to get into the WWE.
Been in the business for 20, 30 years.
He had his gimmick was a gimmick. It was a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, and it changed as he was there, and he was there for a squash match against Braun Strowman and then got signed. I mean,
right.
Come on,
he's got to win against AJ Styles.
Right, exactly. I mean, that's really cool. However, he is now asking for $1,500 on a booking, as well as flight accommodations and half of autographs.
Yeah, that's.
And I mean, I know that's all negotiable, but holy smokes.
Asking for pretty much the same thing.
Well, she definitely is.
I don't believe either one of them are worth $1,500 a night.
Oh no, no. Emma's got a look, but
that's it.
I'm not real sure that.
Well, Ellsworth was actually in an indie program somewhere else,
right? But I mean, like if you put Ellsworth on a card for an indie show, and you pay $1,500, right? And you have to break it even on $1,500. I don't think he's going to put the butts in the seats.
I don't either.
To get your money back, too.
It might appeal to the women if he allows them to.
Andrew said he wouldn't even pay him $200.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's great.
What if he brought his chin?
What if he brought his chin?
You'd pay him $200 then. Well, yeah, I would definitely pay to see Gilbert.
I'd rather pay Gilbert.
I only say that because I can't stand Goldberg.
Whatever. Anyways, so with that said, now Emma too, and she's going to be going under
Tamil Dashwood is her, I believe, her birth name. But I'm not sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
She wasn't born in like the South Bronx and they call her Tamil.
No, Tanil.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways.
She's Australian, right?
But so she's and she's also, that's for North America. Anywhere else she's asking for $2,000.
$2,000, yeah. Are you kidding me?
And then there's also a bunch of other stipulations that she has, of course, probably something to do with autographs and yada yada. Yada, whatever merchandise.
More than likely a private dressing room and stuff like that,
I can't help that. Hit live, Taylor. Anyways, so there's that one. And so that's really all I have for our news section.
That's all the rage.
Yeah, all the rage. So
on to the WWE.
Yeah, well, we're briefly going over the WWE because there was a lot of lead into Survivor Series. And so we'll hit some key things.
A lot of things happened.
Right.
This week, a lot of big things. Bailey is now the last member of Raw's Survivor Series.
She beat Dana Brooke and what's her name?
I want to know why they brought Dana Brooke to the main roster if they're not going to do anything with her.
I don't know.
But she did smack Asuka or Asia or whatever her name is. What's her name?
Asuka.
I can't stand that girl. But anyway, she did smack Asuka around a little bit. And I
have news. Cody won't come to Grand Rapids.
I have news. I bought tickets last weekend.
So he's going to Grand Rapids and I'm going to Belleville.
He's going to the other one. That way we can cover 2 shows on the same day.
There we go. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yes.
Now you got to take a camera with you or something.
Yeah. I'm going to buy a chip for my phone.
Oh, a chip.
Yeah.
A chip.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ruffles.
Oh, Lord. Oh.
But Dana Brooke being on the main roster and just sitting in the back doing absolutely nothing, being somebody's little roadie kind of thing, you know, best friend thing, whatever it was, is kind of a travesty because Dana Brooke is really good in ring.
Well, wasn't she a bodybuilder before?
Yep.
Yeah,
but did you see her in NXT? She was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, that's most of the women or any wrestlers that were in NXT that come into that main roster are usually pretty good in NXT. It's just how do they utilize them on the main roster?
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks. Anyways, so then now Jason Jordan is out.
Thank God.
Well, he wrestled Wyatt, right? And he won, but he got hurt.
Of course he did.
And so, well, I mean, he was hurt. They drew this thing out for a while, and you know, Stephanie come out, and, you know,
whoa! I hate Steph does not sound like that. I apologize for my co-host Stephanie.
An exclusive headlock on Hunger. I'll take an exclusive headlock. Bailey sucks. Why is it holding messages for review?
I agree. I agree. I am so over Bailey. Completely, 100%. I don't care if she's a hugger. I dig the wacky. The best thing about Bailey is the wacky inflatable flailing tube dudes or whatever she comes out with. That's the best thing about her.
Well, so anyways, so now Triple H comes out. Kyosan Amir, you know, he was shedding a tear, he said. And yippee, Triple H.
Come on, say it.
Yippee, Triple H. Say what? What am I supposed to say?
Say it.
Yippee.
Come on, what is he? Come on, what is he?
What the Authority.
He's number 5. He is the 5th man on the Survivor Series team.
Yeah, yippee. I'm so excited.
How you reacted to Goldberg coming back for those 3 minutes is exactly...
Oh, everybody's got their dude.
Is exactly how I react every time Triple H comes. WrestleMania, Survivor Series, it could be whatever. A SmackDown, I don't care. If Triple H is wrestling, I'm watching.
Right. I whatever.
Triple H is the man. Are you kidding me?
He's the man at developing talent. You are absolutely correct. As far as the Authority.
Actually, early in his career, he was the man at burying talent.
Wow. That's John Cena's job now.
No, yeah, that's right.
Whatever. But like everybody has their dude, right? Everybody, you know, some people like. It's like I don't like Samoa Joe, but I still have a Samoa Joe.
I don't understand.
I have the Samoa Joe Elite figure because
I don't understand how you don't like Samoa Joe.
It is what it is. I mean, it's just my thing. I'm never
like
really
Goldberg, but you don't like Samoa Joe.
I'm really never really been into Samoa Joe. It's just it is what it is, man.
Have you ever watched any of his matches?
Yes, I have. I watched.
Are you sure?
CM Punk and him and ROH.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty positive.
All right.
Man.
I still don't understand.
Well, that's like you talking about getting beauty sleep. You got to sleep a long time.
I need
a long time.
I understand that. See, I get it. I don't get how you're not a Samoa Joe fan.
Hollywood says you're on drugs. You're comparing Goldberg to Triple H. I'm not.
No comparison. Triple H is far better than Goldberg.
He's just saying I like Goldberg, but I don't like Triple H.
He's a mark for Goldberg and anything Goldberg-esque. And
Danny Beals coming in with
for Triple H.
Samoa Joe equals cheap Taz ripoff.
Oh,
ouch!
No way. He's got way. He moves way better than Taz.
Ouch.
Ever thought about moving?
That one hurt.
Ever.
So, anyways, then of course the main event on Raw: Strowman versus Kane, and Strowman running power slams Kane through the ring. I kind of almost expected that.
I don't really get what they're doing.
You were all gung ho about it.
I know. I really thought it was going to be better than it is. I
didn't think so because Kane just.
I gave it too much credit. I gave the writers too much, you know? And that's always my downfall when it comes to the WWE, because the writers are the worst writers known to man. And I don't know why Vince doesn't understand that.
Well, it is what it is. We can't do anything about it. We're just two guys sitting here talking about it. We can complain and we can do whatever, but I'm sure Vince is going to just give us the big middle finger, right? Yeah. You know? So I'm losing interest in Raw. I really am.
Completely?
I have to watch it if we're going to do we're going to do this show, I got to watch it.
There's got to be some bright
spots. Well, yeah, I mean, we could, it's just.
You're a fan of the bar. No?
I like Sheamus and I like Cesaro.
See, I'm just trying to find that silver lining, you know?
I mean,
what could bring you back?
There is talent on the roster on Raw that I like.
Kinds of talent.
I'm just like, I don't know. It's hard for me to turn it on anymore.
The writers.
I don't know. Well, I'm not complaining about the writers. It's just hard for me to turn it on. At any rate, and I'm more drawn towards SmackDown. I don't know. I really like SmackDown.
Yeah, SmackDown's a better show.
I really like SmackDown. A whole lot less talking. The Raw is great because the bar. What? So you hear this? Just because they're champs, it's great. Whatever. Anyway,
I'm not
settle
a fan
down.
Of the bar.
Settle down.
I'm not.
Settle down, killer.
It'll be all right. I used to be when they had when they were bickering between, you know.
Yeah.
That was great. I loved it.
But I'm entertained by them.
Once they became over, and Sheamus.
Oh, listen to this guy.
And Sheamus bought into the cheering. I lost interest, you know. Them two, one being cheered and one being booed, gave them a different dynamic, right. You know. And I liked it.
Right.
Sheamus was the bad guy, and Cesaro was, you know, the golden boy kind of.
Right. Well, what ends up happening is I watch Raw and I just kind of like lose. And I start fiddling with something else, and it's going on over
right,
here.
And you're just listening.
Right, yeah. And then I have to go back and watch it again to make sure
I do that with all the shows except NXT. That's the only one I watch all the way.
Well, because NXT is only an hour.
So short, yeah.
You know. But so that night, Charlotte beat Natalya for the women's championship, which means that Charlotte is now going against Alexa Bliss at Survivor Series. So
that's going to be a good match.
I think so.
But I don't see Charlotte relinquishing that title for some time.
How many times has she had the strap now? It's been quite a few times, isn't it?
5 or 6.
She's gonna catch your dad soon.
Well, I mean,
do they count the Divas champ too, though?
No, I don't believe so. I think it's different.
Right. New company being renamed IRW with Jason Hervey and Austin Aries.
Wait, back.
What happened? Where'd it go?
It went up.
Oh. I'm not excited about Bischoff, but I'm interested to see what he does. If he can take an indie and make it great, can he make indies great again? No, I'm not saying they aren't great, but I'm just saying that's just me being a smart. No, I can't say it.
No, you cannot.
But anyways,
I keep forgetting my swear jar.
I didn't say anything. But I'm interested to see what he does. I just don't think his draw power. You know, he's not a draw.
Bischoff?
No.
Man, I'd go see Bischoff.
Well, I'd go get his autograph. I wouldn't go see him.
Yeah, I'd go to a show.
Well, did you see? And did you see the video? And it was Bischoff, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall, and they were at an indie, and they were in like a small hockey arena, and like only the front row was full, all around the ring. That was it.
Did anybody know that Hall and Nash were going to be there?
I'm sure they marketed it very well. I mean, come on, you booked it. Basically, the Outsiders / NWO.
Yeah, you got the whole NWO.
Duh.
But
not all, but
I mean, without without Hulk Hogan. I mean, honestly, the rest of the NWO was just groupies.
Did you?
What?
Oh Lord. I'm trying to keep it G-rated here. Anyways. All right. So, anyways, moving on. So, and then, so she goes to leave. Well, she talks about her dad a little bit. Yippee, yippee, yippee.
And no, not yippee.
Well,
yippee.
I know. Well, I'm trying to go through the whole thing so we get to this.
Touch you.
I'm not saying it didn't touch me, but I wasn't like,
I almost broke down. I almost did. I'm sorry.
Anyways, so we watched that happen. She goes to walk back. Ric Flair's music cues. Here comes Ric Flair. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Bam, whatever. What? Dude,
this coming from the guy that met him, so I understand.
Well, I'm whatever. I'm not really.
See, I'm also a mark for Ric Flair. He's the GOAT.
I agree with you on that.
Greatest of all time.
So that the music hit, he didn't say anything, and that's really all he had to do. He didn't have to do anything.
You don't have once you're Ric Flair status, you don't have to do anything else.
So
so this leaves a hole in the Survivor Series team.
Yes. So and they haven't announced anything, and here we go.
Yeah.
Here he goes. He wants to have his Bobby Heenan moment. So we're gonna flashing lights, flashing. You've heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. My sources are telling me that Paige is coming back for Survivor Series.
Your sources,
all 7 of them.
Your sources.
That's right. All 7 of my sources. Now, I don't know if she's gonna be anywhere before that, because I know they have some shows before Survivor Series. But
no, she's been in the locker room, so
I have heard that she's been backstage, and I've also heard that she might make an appearance on Total Divas.
We'll see.
So
I'm holding you to it.
I'm excited. Yeah. I don't know how you feel about Paige, but
Werewolf. Oh boy. Anyways, so that went down, and so if that's your thing, that's where you're going with it, eh?
That's kind of funny.
You can do better than that. Oh gosh, they're fighting online.
I understand.
All right, so AJ Styles comes out. I actually like this. I thought it was a good thing. So Daniel Bryan represents
is his advocate. Are you kidding me?
Does some talking for AJ, and I think the best line hold on, I can talk.
Yeah, I can.
I'm not a puppet like Brock Lesnar.
I'm not above talking.
I was like, oh yeah, that was really cool.
If that's not a stab, I don't know what is.
I'm just done with Brock Lesnar. Does that make sense to you? I'm just done. I'm done. I don't.
Are you asking me or them?
You. Well, I'm talking to you.
Well, because I was done about 37 seconds after he signed his contract.
Really?
Yes, I have never.
I was happy he came back.
WrestleMania 20 killed everything Brock Lesnar for me.
Really?
I was.
I really liked Brock Lesnar because I watched him in UFC
I was
too.
On the train, and then Brock versus Goldberg 1 happened, and it was the worst match I've ever seen in my entire life because both guys knew they were leaving, and that to me showed Brock Lesnar's true colors.
That's around the time I stopped watching wrestling.
Yeah, because Brock showed his true colors.
Yeah, well,
he don't care about you. He don't care about his fans. He cares about his money, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, but you can't blame the guy.
No, as an entertainer, you have to care about your fans. If you don't care about your fans, who's going to buy your merch?
Yeah, I get that. However, like I said, I am a fan of Brock Lesnar, but I'm just done with this whole thing.
You're a fan of Brock Lesnar?
I'm a fan.
He don't care.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Thank you for teaching me a lesson here today on Rasslin Rage.
No problem, buddy.
But anyways, I was a fan. I'm just done with the whole thing. I'm just like, okay,
it's not
just
Hollywood.
like Goldberg. Goldberg came back. He had his match. I was like, okay, that's good. And then then they had another one, and then he won the title, and then they had another one, and
Honestly, I could have been good with 2 matches with Goldberg, to come back. The first one saying, "Hey, look, I wanted to.
If it wasn't against
do it
Gold,
for my kid, blah blah blah."
Right.
And then the second one be a squash match to someone else where he loses and never comes back again.
Andrew's trying to sell you a 5MW shirt.
I actually have a
shirt.
Yeah. I can't. No, I don't have any of those. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Yeah. I was thinking.
You have a hat.
I also have a shirt.
A 5MW hat?
Eric Small's shirt.
Well, yeah, but
still, hey,
that's not 5MW.
He's part of 5MW.
Well.
Oh no, who's he talking about? He must be talking about the Usos.
Yeah, he's still going on about the Usos, man.
He said he had legit heat with the Usos. I saw it on there. I'm sorry, Hollywood, but I didn't comment on it. I would love to know what your heat with the Usos is, because I am a 100% fan of the Usos.
Right. So hey, Chunk.
What's up, man?
Baron Corbin wrestled Sin Cara again. Thought you'd like to know. Anyways, Raw invaded SmackDown. That's pretty cool.
It was
pretty cool. I mean, even after that, though, I'm still not like, oh, I want to watch Raw.
Well, no, because they did it once before.
Right.
You knew it was going to happen. Yeah, it was kind of expected.
But the way they did it, the way that they did it, and they did it in waves, and it was it worked.
I think they could have done it a little bit better. Maybe had Raw show up on the NXT pay-per-view or something, and have it happen there, or maybe the pre-show thing that they do, or something like that. But it was expected. We knew that Survivor Series was a week away, so everybody knew it was going to happen this week.
Right. I didn't see Charlotte Flair actually winning, but I kind of did with all this mix-up that's going on. I'm like, what?
It's insane, isn't it? I haven't seen.
Well,
I
think they're listening. I think they're going, man. We need to sell some subscriptions, and and
we need as many $9.99 as we can get.
Right, and that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's their plan. Is they're going to start trying to do everything on the network eventually. So
I wouldn't see why they wouldn't.
Right. So. We got 2 WWE pay-per-views this weekend. We got NXT TakeOver War Games, and we got Survivor Series. So Saturday is War Games, Sunday is Survivor Series. I'm still So I like AJ Styles. I like Brock Lesnar. I'm done with Brock Lesnar, as I previously stated.
I understand that. I can.
And now we have Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles at the Survivor Series for the main event. Champion versus champion. Even with the back and forth between the two, I'm not exactly sold on this main event. There was a potential for Brock Lesnar to have a great match with Dean Ambrose,
and they threw it out the window.
And it's mostly because of Brock. He's a one-trick pony, you know what I mean? And if you watch Brock when he had his first run with WWE,
Brock Lesnar is a wrestler,
right? And his moveset had a moveset
different.
Right.
I saw Brock Lesnar do a moonsault. I watched it with my own 2 eyes.
What?
Right.
And we're going to talk about that in a minute, Andrew. You're going to like this section when we get there.
I see Brock Lesnar do 73 belly-to-back suplexes.
I'm telling you, man.
And then an F5 and a pin, and it's done.
So it would be entertaining if we watch a big guy versus a big guy and beat the dog snot out of each other.
Right. A real
watching Samoa Joe, and this is right, I'm not a big fan of Samoa Joe, but watching Samoa Joe go against Brock Lesnar and almost choke him out.
That was a good match.
That is cool.
That was entertaining.
That was entertaining.
Right.
You take Brock Lesnar and put him against AJ Styles, and you let him beat the dog snot out of AJ Styles. It's not entertaining.
No.
Now, I don't think it's going to happen that way.
I don't either, because that would kill everything that AJ has going for him now. And plus, I believe Brock is. I think he's on his way after WrestleMania, right?
Well, there's nobody knows for sure.
I know his contract is up after WrestleMania.
Well, and see, he's got a different contract. He's not a full-time employee.
Right.
He's part-time and he's by appearance.
And he had like 11 pay-per-views or something like that was his contract. And I believe this WrestleMania is his 11th one. But I'm not 100% sure on that either.
The guy's got enough money. He don't care.
Yeah, he don't. You know? Yeah, he probably ain't even sure when he's quitting. But
Hollywood wants you to add him on Facebook.
I will.
Go ahead and jet, dude. We'll be back. We're here. You can come back and watch it later if you want. But anyways, so we're going to talk the updated card now. Okay, so we got Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. The Shield versus the New Day, which that was recently added.
Here, don't flip that because I want to. I know. Go ahead.
We got the Shield versus the New Day. I actually would like to see the New Day beat up the Shield. I really would. What'd you write down?
I am a fan of the New Day.
I like the New Day.
I have been since the first time they came out. The first time they appeared together. I was very taken in by them.
Yeah, I like the New Day.
Their showmanship is great.
I remember when they were first like doing their whole what was it? If you how'd they say you ain't booty? What was it?
The Bootios?
Yeah, they were like
Bootios.
If you ain't booty,
what was it?
Somebody
Bootios to make sure.
You ain't booty.
So you ain't booty. Yeah, something like that.
I would say that to people that look at me like idiots. Whatever.
I could agree with that. Honestly, I could agree with Hollywood there. I don't want that to happen.
You don't like the New Day?
Who don't?
What is wrong with you?
Who don't like the New Day?
Who? Mrs. Weir.
Oh, man.
Anyways, moving on. Alexa Bliss now against Charlotte Flair as Natalya has lost her title. The Miz, who's the Intercontinental Championship, versus our lovely friend Baron Corbin, who is the United States Champion.
He's going to end up being your favorite wrestler.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. Anyways, then you have The Bar versus the Usos.
Oh, wait.
You got The Bar versus the Usos. And you're going for the Usos?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I would like to actually see The Bar take that one. And then we have the men's traditional Survivor Series match, which we have Kurt Angle as the team captain, newly announced Triple H, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, and Samoa Joe, which that sounds like a very, very strong team.
Formidable team right there.
Then you have the SmackDown team, Shane McMahon, who got his butt kicked.
He's going to be upset.
Yeah. And then you got John Cena, Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Bobby Roode.
When John Cena was announced last week, I was 100% said, well, there's your winner. He's going to be the sole survivor. But once Triple H came into the mix, it really changed my views.
Yeah.
I mean, does Triple H go out and take Shane's head like Stephanie wants? Or does Triple H throw the match to the B show? You know what I mean? Not throw it in that sense, but
there's been a lot of speculation that it's going to be Triple H and Kurt Angle at WrestleMania.
I've heard that as well.
Maybe this sets that up. However, that could all be speculation,
right?
You know, but I don't know what to think.
But there's also the angle that you originally thought Daniel Bryan throwing Raw under the bus.
Yeah.
Or SmackDown under the bus.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll just have to watch and see. And then we have the women's team, Alicia Fox, whatever, Nia Jax, Asuka, Sasha Banks, and Bayley, which I'm not really sure Bayley's a strong add to that team. And then you got Becky Lynch, was supposed to be Charlotte Flair, but we're sure they're going to replace her.
That's going to be Paige.
Naomi, Carmella, and Tamina Snuka. So that's there. And then the pre-show, Enzo.
Yeah, my boy.
Versus Kalisto again.
God. You know, he talks a lot, but
I mean, he's a great heel.
When you're that good at it, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I complain about it, but he's amazing.
When the show's over, it'll be on the channel under the video section. Or like right now you're watching, there's a share. If you hit the share button, it'll give you a link, and it'll be at that link.
No, I have never seen that video.
Okay, so War Games.
War Games!
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit last week and the week before. We really didn't talk about the rules being different.
So we're going to go over the
rules. A lot of people were excited initially when you heard War Games.
Of course.
And so it's obvious, and we've all talked about it now, that the rules are different. The rules aren't the same as they used to be when they first debuted War Games. So I have the rules that I actually took right from WWE. So as they read on the website, this is exactly what we got. So let's see. The rules are as follows. Pay attention. There we go.
This guy.
The 3-member teams of Sanity, which is Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, and Killian Dane. In the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly. And the Authors of Pain, Akeem and, how do you say that? Razor? And Roderick Strong will wage war inside 2 massive steel
you should
cage.
have said AOP.
All right, whatever. That surrounds 2 rings. Okay? All 3 teams will be contained inside separate shark cages. That's each team.
Why do they have to be shark cages?
Who knows? By the entranceway, with a member from each team as chosen by his respective squad starting the match. So each team has 3 people, right? So 2 of them will be in a cage, and one from each team will be inside the ring.
Yep, each team will
be inside cage.
Yep, each team will say, "Hey, you go in there and get beat up."
Right? Yeah. All right. So now, after 5 minutes, the remaining members from one team will be released from their shark cage and allowed to enter the match. Now, this makes no sense.
Both remaining members will be
released.
Put in. So now it's 3 on 2.
Right.
And it basically forces the other 2 guys to
give War Games a chance. This guy. Anyways, and then when another 3-minute period elapses, the remaining members from a second team are released from their shark cage and enter the match.
Man.
So now you got 2 guys still sitting in the cage, right?
One guy all by himself with 6 other dudes pummeling him.
Right. Following another 3-minute period, the final team's members are released from their shark cage and enter the match. Once all 3 teams have entered the War Games match, a victory can be attained via pinfall or a submission. I'm not exactly sure about this one. I mean, it has potential, but I don't know. I would rather have just an all-out brawl.
No, I'd rather have an original war. It just seems like they're trying to shorten the match up.
Well, I mean,
the original was like 5-minute intervals, and you started with 2 guys.
It was kind of like a Royal Rumble, where it was like a main event and went for 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's right, and that's what this is supposed to be. I mean, if you name a pay-per-view War Games,
War Games,
wouldn't you expect?
Excuse me.
The War Games match to be the main event.
Yeah.
But instead,
well, you have a championship.
We have a championship match. Yeah. Now, I don't know how could you follow War Games, honestly, you know?
Right. So he says Undisputed be the last release. Okay. All right.
More than likely, I agree with that too.
We're getting towards the end of the show here, and we're going to talk about some indies. More so Michigan than anywhere else. We're going to talk about one though. So Blue Water Championship headlock on Hunger is December 16th. I don't have I'd have one up there, or
Yeah, we will.
Maybe I don't know. I gotta ask him. I think he had to leave.
I believe he did too.
He gave me. Hold on a minute. Let me get this. He gave me this one from the show before Night of Champions.
Right.
So that was in your face.
There's the man right there.
Yeah. Oh, Cyrus Satine. Well, let's see here. Alex is on there. Mr. Fitness, Billy Ray,
Rob Clooney,
Jeff the Ref, Eric Smalls, Cody Hawk, Chris Harris,
Cowboy,
Gideon Malice, James Alexander. Yeah, they're
Eric
all
Smalls,
Mrs. Weir's
Sean
favorite,
Casey.
Sean Casey. See that guy there? Give him a big kiss. Mwah. Anyways. So they're having Headlock for Hunger. Tickets are $5. $5, 2 cans of food. And we're not talking. We don't want none of your expired baloney. We want some good stuff. All right. It's got to be legit canned food. Okay. So, you can always go to the grocery store and get a canned food for 86 cents. So, and $2, you get yourself 2 canned food. So you're paying $7 for a ticket, really.
Yeah. And you can bring more.
Yeah.
Than
You don't
2
have to just bring 2.
You can bring as many as you want. It won't be turned away.
So that's on the 16th, right?
Yes.
And the night before, on the 15th, Blue Water's doing their very first ever.
You know how to math.
Oh, you like that? We're having their first ever Blue Water Elite Banquet. Okay. It's an awards ceremony type thing. It's going to be a formal event. I'm looking forward to both. It's going to be catered. They're going to have a bar. There's going to be all kinds of good stuff going on. People are going to get awards, and we're going to have a good time. What's going on?
Come on, Taylor. They don't cheat.
Yes, I'll be at boot camp tomorrow, 10 o'clock on the dot with bells on. Anyways.
He better be, or he's grounded.
Yeah. So then International Big Time Wrestling has a show in Westland, Michigan at the Token Lounge on December 10th.
And you know who's going to be there?
Cyrus 18.
My boy.
Cyrus 18. He's on the card. You can head over to www.ticketweb.com for tickets to that show. And then XICW will be having their 4th season of Proving Ground on the 19th. One of our past guests, Weaponized Alex Weir, is one of the rookies on this season of Proving Ground for XICW. And he's going to be, I'm not sure where he's at with that, but
if you haven't seen this kid, I'm telling you, you guys are missing out.
Right. So, and you can go over to xicwdetroit.com for tickets to that and check out Mr. Alex there and watch him throw down and do some flip stuff and knock your socks off, right?
That's right. All flips and fists.
So tomorrow,
this I'm excited about.
We talked about it last week, but said we would follow up on it.
We'd get a card.
But tomorrow, House of Hardcore, which is Tommy Dreamer's indie, has their first ever show on Twitch. And that's will happen. So if you go to www.twitch.tv/House of Hardcore, 8 p.m. is the bell time for that. And it'll be on Twitch. They have an iPay-per-view tonight at 8, so they're going right now. If you want more information on the show, head on over to thehouseofhardcore.net, and you will definitely be able to see, what they got on the card, where you're going to find it, and go to Twitch. When you go, you're going to have to get yourself a Twitch account. You just can't go to Twitch and watch. You have to get it. You have to register with
unless
Twitch.
Unless you watch Twitch on your Xbox One.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, if you watch on your Xbox One, you don't have to create anything.
Right. So there's that. I watch on my computer, so
of course you do.
Well, I watch everything on there. So the card, since we're doing a show during their show right now, right? But we're talking about it because we're nice guys. But we'll talk. We're the card. The card. What we know of the card for tomorrow. Let's see. We got a blood match. There's Tommy Dreamer versus Joey Mercury. Austin Aries returns with a live microphone.
I can't, man.
Nick Aldis versus Billy Gunn. The Luchasaurus makes his Philadelphia debut because this is going to be in Philadelphia.
I don't know who.
Did you look him up?
I tried
Hollywood or Andrew might know. Andrew
Luchasaurus. Is that Brodus Clay's new thing that he's doing? Does anybody know? Because I don't know.
I don't know either. So then we have, let's see here, the Squad versus Guido Maritito and Super Crazy, who was just at a show here in Michigan with Big Sally Graziano. Matt Cross versus Petey Williams, which Petey Williams puts on a awesome show, man. I seen him in Richmond at the show where I met Buff Bagwell.
The stuff.
Yep. And then let's see here. Mystery three-way dance featuring 3 superstars making their HOH Philadelphia debut, plus MVP Shane Douglas, Bull James, and Hot Young Really. Well, that's a weird name. And more. So that's House of Hardcore on Twitch. I've watched a couple of their previous shows a while back.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, there was a show that Matt Hardy did for them. There was a show. There was a couple good shows.
And well, it's put on by Tommy Dreamer. That guy's I think he's the next Dusty Rhodes when it comes to promotion and stuff. I really do. He's good.
Yeah. So I just want to take some time here. You know, Chunk and I both. I put a lot into this, and Chunk works a lot. So, he does what he can when he can. And 12 hours, 6 days a week.
Yes.
So it's a lot of time at the work 20, and I just but I brought him along for the ride because it's just something I've always wanted to do, and here we are, and it kind of helps us hang out because he works all the time.
So I work all the time.
Right, and might as well, and then he's able to go to wrestling shows now and do all that. So it's really awesome. So I'm honored to have you along with me for this, and
I'm honored to be here.
Right, and so it's kind of like one of those bucket list things. I've been kind of nicking away at things over time now. I don't know. You start reading. I can't think of his name right now, but there's the guy that wrote Tuesdays for Maury, Mitch Albom. There we go. You start reading stuff like that, it makes you think about life a little bit differently.
Right.
So I really appreciate that. So I'm looking forward. We're going to start bringing more content. I know we keep talking about it. It's just we got to get our wheels in motion. We got a lot of things going on. I'm working with a guy for a website. I got another guy working for like a theme song for. We got ideas for doing a intro video type deal. We got all kinds of things going on. It's just we got to get it going and get. We got to have time.
Yeah,
we got to have time. It's been real busy for me this past couple of weeks with the big fundraiser we did at PKSA, and
how did that go?
We read $4,800.
All right, good job.
I think we're doing 97 food boxes, and the money that we have left over, one of our students from St. Clair was diagnosed with serious health issue, and so we're going to give the rest of the money to them.
Good.
So help them pay for their medical bills. That was a decision that I think everybody just kind of agreed with.
Oh yeah, why wouldn't
that makes sense? So we're gonna do that, and then let's see.
You're welcome, Danny.
I just want to say, if you haven't or don't go to, if you think that WWE is the only thing to watch, you're insane. Okay. Live too, no, you don't got to go spend $1 million to go watch SmackDown or Raw or dark match or whatever.
And you're never gonna get an autograph ever.
Right. Well, dark matches maybe. Right. And if you know a little bit about it, like when WWE comes around, they're like there might be somebody going to Cricket Wireless or somewhere else. It just depends on what's going on and where it's at. However, you can go to a lot of indies, and I'm sure it doesn't matter where you're at. You could be in Detroit. I know there's indies in Detroit.
Oh, yeah,
there's indies out here. There's some indies up north. There's even an indie up in the UP. We got indies in Ohio, and they're all over the country. Just go pay $20, $10, whatever it is. Even if there's nobody that's got, maybe there's not an Adam Rose or an AJ Styles on the card.
Bagwell,
right?
You're
whatever.
Gonna have a good time.
Yeah, just go hoot, holler.
Yeah.
If they got a bar, have a couple of mixed drinks. Have a good time. I mean, that's what it's all about in the end, really, when you think about it. It's just going out, meeting some people that are also into the wrestling.
Yeah.
And having a good time, man. Hooting and hollering, yelling at the wrestlers. They love that stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's what they do.
Some of those people sit in the back and they get embarrassed. They're like, man, they love that stuff, man. And they love it.
They eat it up.
Yeah, they do. Well, I mean, especially the heels. I mean,
they
love it. They know that if you're giving them guff, that they're doing their job. And that's awesome,
right.
And I really enjoy it. Right. And, there's so many different things. We got ROH, we got House of Hardcore, Wrestle Circus, CZW, PWX. I mean, there's just so many. There's so many more. And then you got all the stuff that's going on over in Europe or over in England, ICW and the WC or WXW. What else is there over there? The RPG or whatever, something like that. I can't remember what it was. Marty Scrawl's in that one too. And then I'm not sure if WCPW is around anymore. I heard they kind of folded.
Yeah, I think they folded.
And there's something else going on now. They got a different thing going on. But there's just so much wrestling out there. There's so much wrestling out there. You could probably spend all day watching wrestling and never.
Oh yeah, and not
and then if you don't watch
thing twice.
And then not only could you watch wrestling, but then there's all these specials.
Yeah.
And documentaries, 30 for 30 with Ric Flair. Then there's another one that's coming out or it is out now with Ric Flair and his daughter. I forget with Charlotte. I forget what the name of it is.
Really?
Yeah, I have to look
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many documentaries and like you could sit down and watch the WWE Network, and if you're not even watching wrestling, you're watching, when they're doing our specials on the Monday Night Wars with they do the Monday Night War shows. Have you ever watched those? And they're talking about the NWO and when Razor Ramon or Scott Hall came over and they did that whole thing where they didn't say who he was,
right?
But he still had the persona of Razor Ramon.
Was still Razor Ramon.
And
they
got
just
to the
didn't
point,
say the name,
right? And it got to the point where WWE was going to sue him and all this stuff. So there's just so much stuff that you could watch, and YouTube, like with the Young Bucks with their Being the Elite channel, which they just came out. I watched it before.
I don't know if you've ever watched, but it's WWE related, but Up Up Down Down.
Yep.
The New Day's thing.
Yep.
I love it. It's great.
Yeah,
it's the New Day, so I mean.
But yeah, so I definitely think that if you remotely even a little bit are a fan of wrestling, and maybe you're thinking about turning it off and not watching anymore, just go to an indie.
Yeah.
Go to an indie, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, you don't have to watch WWE.
Yeah, just go enjoy yourself.
Man. I think that's kind of why Vince bought WCW, is so he could brainwash people into thinking that,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's when you think about it, a lot of times that's the only thing they have the money to market.
Oh yeah, that's what it's all
like
about.
You said, ROH is on at 3:00 in the morning.
3 a.m.
And we're gonna do some videos on where to watch ROH legally.
Yeah, legally.
And, we're ROH. Let's see what else is there I wanted to do. ROH Wrestle Circus. We'll do a thing on Twitch. How to get registered with Twitch and all that good stuff. The thing about Wrestle Circus is if you go on Twitch with them, and it's free to watch when they do their thing. But if you do the subscription, which is $5, and if you have Amazon Prime, that's free. You can subscribe to their channel on Twitch, and you don't have to pay because you have Amazon Prime.
Really, I didn't know that. That's
cool. But the downfall of that is every month you have to go back and resubscribe. It doesn't auto renew because it's with the payment system or something like that. Yeah. So, and I pay the $5, and what that does is it gives me all their VOD content. And I mean, and plus when VOD,
you got to explain that for the slow people like me.
Video on demand.
Oh,
yeah. So, so you can go back and watch the pay-per-view.
Right.
If you're not subscribed to their channel on Twitch, you have to wait until they live feed a VOD.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
But they also have moments. Times where you can watch.
Exactly.
On-demand stuff for free as well.
Yeah. It's usually and you can set your phone up or whatever to get alerts whenever they go live.
Right.
And there's more than just, besides House of Hardcore and Wrestle Circus, there's actually, it seems like there's a big, there's a move coming to Twitch now when it comes to wrestling. There's other organized, like Progress Wrestling. They're over there now. And then.
Sorry, I was reading Mrs. Weird.
Oh, right on. So there's that. But definitely, if you guys dig wrestling, I think that indies are where you need to go, man.
Oh yeah,
I never really went to indies until Andrew started BWCW. Well, XBW. He started with XBW back, and then he brought BWCW in, and then I've been going to. I think I maybe missed 1 or 2 shows.
I don't think I've, other than here, I don't think I've ever been to an indie show.
Really?
No.
Well, I went to Evolve, and that was really cool. And as soon as Evolve ever comes back, I'm there.
But honestly, to tell you, I've been to multiple WWE events, and honestly, I had more fun.
Which show on the 3rd? The one that he's going to, or the one that I'm going to? Trick question.
But I had more fun watching Adam Rose at the VFW hall than I did.
Well, it's because it's the crowd's more involved. Well, it's a smaller atmosphere.
Except when I was the first show that I ever went, WWF. It wasn't even E yet,
right?
Because I'm old, and I was actually in attendance when Tugboat. I don't know if anybody remembers.
Oh, Tugboat, they know who Tugboat is.
Tugboat was, or no, Hulk Hogan was arm wrestling Warlord.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
Things got heated. Warlord started beating up Hogan, and Tugboat came from the back to help Hogan. That's when Hulk Hogan and Tugboat's friendship first started, kind of thing,
wow.
You know. And that was the first show I ever went to. That I would have to say favorite wrestling memory.
Really?
You know, live.
And my first live show was SmackDown.
Really?
SmackDown Live.
Wow, you were pretty old.
Yeah. Well, I was in my early 20s, I think.
Yeah.
It's when they still had the fist.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That
was the cool
Rock
stage.
was still wrestling.
That was the cool stage.
I so marked out for the Rock.
I'm sure
I knocked over little kids just to go. I swear to God, I'm not joking. Like because like there's the ramp that goes up, and then there's the space in between that. So I was on the floor. So there was 13 rows. I was row 12, and so here's the ramp. There was 2 seats here, and then our seats, and I was the 3rd seat.
Right.
All right, and there was a little kid and his grandpa. And I mean, dude, I literally just wham.
You didn't only push over a little
kid.
You pushed over a little kid and an old man.
Oh yeah. Well.
You know where you're going, right?
Yeah. I know. Listen, man. I figured that out a long time ago, and it was way before that happened. All right. So anything I do from here on out is just deeper.
Just icing on the cake.
Right. Yeah. I'm not even gonna say what just came to my mind. Anyway. All right, guys. So I really appreciate it. Again, like I said, we really appreciate it, and we're working towards getting better equipment and stuff like that. I'm actually was in the process of starting a crowdfunding where we can take donations and stuff. Maybe get helped out. We don't expect people to do it. $5-10, whatever. Hook us up, man. And all it's gonna do, seriously though, all it's gonna do is make this show better. Get us better equipment, whatever it may be. Yeah, exactly. I'm working. We're trying. We're hustling.
The Rock. I was a Stone Cold.
Well, we'll meet up. Trust me, we'll meet up. Don't you worry about that.
Hollywood's going to the show that I'm going to, right?
Yeah, so you'll meet Chunk.
Yeah, we can meet up.
You can meet Chunk, and I can FaceTime you from when I'm talking to Johnny Impact or something.
You are in love with that guy,
Alberto El Patron. All right, right on. All right, guys. So there we go. I got to get my mouse here. Hopefully, I got to go back and watch this here, but I upgraded my internet, and let's hope that it helps some things out.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. It looks like it did so far. We'll see. All right, guys. What? I have no idea what that is. What is that?
A Patreon page?
I have no idea. What is that?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. That must be one of those dumb moments. I have no idea.
Taylor knows.
I don't know, man. Anyway.
Yeah, see Patreon.
Oh. I don't know which one it was. I have to look up. I'll definitely have to.
Thanks for the information.
Yeah, send me a message. Send me a message. Yeah, text me, whatever. All right. Like it. It's the beauty of technology, right?
Yeah, of course.
You got to get a chip in your phone.
Yeah, I don't know.
Make sure they don't put it in your neck, though, okay?
Why not?
All right. All right, guys. We're going to check you guys later. They call me Cody.
They call me Joe.
And we're out of here. You guys have a good weekend, and hopefully you guys enjoy them pay-per-views. Throw it up, throw it down.